petitioners 1 and 2, husband and wife, are practicing advocates. Petitioner number 3.
Supreme Court.
Illa, my lords. Here.
Ah.
Petitioner number 3 is the father of petitioner number 2, my lords.
Father has filed against son.
Alla. Petitioner number 3 is the father of petitioner number 2. They're all accused. 1, 2, and 3 petitioners are accused in a defamation case.
All right.
My lords,
The
the whole,
complainant.
yes, my lords, the whole dispute appears to be between the
I'm the
neighbors, my lords.
Hmm.
They're neighbors, and they've had about 3 NCRs registered against each other.
Hmm.
There's been a suit filed against each other. We filed a complaint, my lords, under the SC/ST Act, which ended up with a B report, and the B report was accepted. Our protest was rejected. Now, because we had filed that complaint, my lords, making the allegation which B report was filed, comes the present defamation complaint. In the defamation complaint, my lords, the reference is that you had filed that complaint and now B report has been accepted and therefore you have defamed me and the present complaint being given.
That acceptance has become final?
It's become final, my lords. If my lords would kindly now notice a complaint, my lords, for me setting a law in motion, my lords, comes this defamation case.
I think
Please-
I think time has come that such things should be permitted. There frivolous cases are
Probably
on the rise.
If it is totally frivolous, my lords, this is a case.
File ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
My lords,
File ಮಾಡಿ, you did not file protest petition. You
protest ಹಾಕಿದ್ವಿ.
then you
Protest has been rejected.
that has become final.
That has become final for now. We have not challenged that after that. But please notice in this case, my lords, ultimately the dispute seems to be, my lords, whenever we have done any act, they would say trespass and they would initiate a complaint. Similarly, my lords, any act done by them, we have filed a complaint where NCRs were done. Now 3 NCRs were there. Then comes this crime number, B report. A suit was also pending between the parties.
So then you use the Atrocities Act as a
Kindly
tool,
notice, my lords,
as a tool to harass.
if my lords would kindly now notice a complaint, my lords. In the complaint, page 55.
Anyway, what is the complaint?
Now, my lords, cognizance that is taken in the defamation case is what is subject matter of challenge here. And there's an interim order which was granted earlier, my lords, which has been extended.
all
Now,
right.
kindly notice, my lords, the ingredients, whether it's made out. Because one aspect, my lords, as Supreme Court holds in defamation is exception 8, my lords. Now, if there's disputes going on between the parties, and then on the basis of that dispute, if you are going to allege defamation, the Supreme Court says such kind of things would come under exception 8, where in good faith parties are fighting each other. Could I just point the judgment and then point out this complaint, my lords? 2023,
What is?
my lords, Kishore Balkrishnanand versus State of Maharashtra. There also, my lords, sorry. Even in that case, my lords, please notice,
So somewhere it should begin.
my lords,
That
paragraph 3,
Atrocities Act should be.
my lords, paragraph 3,
brought to
nodidre,
use.
my lords.
Yes.
Now, this is not a case where only from one side complaints have been given, my lords, in ours. It is from both sides. But in that
What has happened to all the complaints that you gave?
NCRs, my lords, 3 NCRs and
why-
1 civil
why
suit
you
pending.
did not register a private complaint?
Both the parties haven't. They have given 2
Why you did
complaints.
not register a private complaint after the NCR?
My lords, it applies to both of us where
That's all-
their 2
our
NCRs,
normal-
my
That we
NCR,
will see later.
mine
You
ultimate,
said complaint versus complaint.
my lords,
You have registered complaints and NCRs have been.
yes, my lords. My lords, they've given a
That-
list of dates. They've given a list of dates. Please notice the list of dates, their complaints. It starts with their complaints. Our list of dates, my lords, has, my lords. Please notice the list of dates. You have given it, Allah? Yeah. Please notice, my lords, how this whole sequence. My lords, I am in villa number 73. They're in villa number 74. Neighbors in one place called Stillwaters, my lords. Please notice their list of dates. The first complaint, 6/4/2020, given by them. Complaint by respondents to Belandur police station against the petitioners for encroach. My lords, has this, my lords,
I'm having it.
list of dates.
Ah.
So first complaint, my lords, is given by them. NCR registered as 238.
Now, what is the crux of this
The present,
complaint for defamation?
my lords, the complaint for defamation, they say,
Telling complaints
we-
versus complaints. What
if
is this
this
complaint?
be-
False FIR.
my lords,
That's the complaint.
yes, my lords, that's a complaint. Please notice this, my lords. Page 20 is the paragraph at page 61, my lords. Complaint only. From this place, from paragraph 20 to 26 is what they allege. They gave a complaint against us. Complaint has now ended up with a B report. Protest petition was rejected. And because the protest petition is rejected, now comes this complaint. They filed it only to defame me. This is the allegation that we get.
What
Paragraph 20.
Mere filing of a complaint will not, nothing will happen. what was the statements made?
That, please notice, my lords,
Where-
paragraph 22 ಇಂದ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಿ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Paragraph 22 to 26 is a crux. This is what they say is defamation. In fact, my lords, there was a settlement agreement between the parties also earlier.
Hmm.
Please notice 22 to 26, my lords. What is it that is defamatory in this? And with this, my lords, please notice the judgment of the Supreme Court, my lords. Once you institute a complaint, paragraph 3 in that judgment, my lords, a complaint is instituted. Then, my lords, because the institution of complaint takes place, my lords, comes this complaint.
What happened to the complaint in this case before the apex court?
My lord, Supreme Court says it comes under exception 8 of defamation. If it is in good faith that people are fighting each other, then, my lords, High Court didn't interfere. Supreme Court says exception 8, and they quash the proceedings. In our case, my lords, with the list of dates given by them, multiple proceedings against each other, they initiated it. They had the
No, you
NCRs
show me
file.
one proceeding of your complaint take against them that has gone to its logical conclusion. One
that's
complaint
none.
of you registering against them.
My lords, none. Neither theirs has a
Except
logical
this
end.
atrocities case, other cases.
NCRs.
All NCR.
Oh, my lords, that's why
So
the
those-
list of
you-
dates are
One
laid.
minute, you did not take those NCRs forward.
Their NCRs. My lords, please notice their date. 6/4/2020, they give a complaint to the Bellandur police station.
Hmm.
That's registered as NCR 238.
First complaint.
Yes, my lords,
Next.
238 of 2020. Then, my lords, at the behest of the petitioner number 1, the next NCR is 240 of 2020.
Second complaint.
Second. Then, my lords, legal notices exchanged, settlement agreements done. After which,
Settlement for what?
my lords, at one point of time, they produced it at page 162 of the petition. The legal notices withdrawn.
What is this third NCR?
Now, third NCR, again, my lords,
Again,
on 31/3, they give a complaint again to the Bellandur police station, which gets registered as NCR number 48 of 2021.
Hmm.
Then, my lords, OS, which is filed, permanent injunctions.
Hmm.
There, my lords, would notice, my lords, we entered appearance. The injunction order,
You should have taken this forward. Why did you keep quiet after the protest?
they haven't taken it forward,
No,
my
you
lords,
should have taken
thinking
it
it's
forward.
quietus to the entire thing.
You should
But
have taken
after
it
that
forward.
comes this defamation case. Now, with all this, my lords, we would not have expected a defamation case for having gone to the court, my lords.
Lord, Lordship may please see, my lords, what happens. From 2020 April disputes start. There are multiple complaints against each other. In those complaints, there is no allegation under Atrocities Act. It is a neighbor's dispute. Then your Lordship may, my lord, kindly see serial number 10 and 11. I file a civil suit, finally. After 2 rounds of NCRs. At serial number 11, they enter appearance in the civil suit. Thereafter, they go and file a complaint. In that complaint, they say, in June 2020, allegations were made under the Atrocities Act.
It was on the face of it frivolous.
And-
That's all right.
And, my lords, thereafter,
What happened because of that?
lords, I have pleaded that they don't stop at that. It's a community. In the community, they go on saying that this is the kind of mentality these people have. That they castigate people on the basis of their birth rather than who they are. I have pleaded.
Why did you need all that, sir?
In para 14, I have pleaded.
Why did you need all that?
I'm sorry, my lord.
Why did you need communication through to everybody
My
there?
lords, our complaint alliye tav nodi. 20 in the 26. This is what happened after the B report. According to them in their complaint. 20 to 26. What happened there?
Why do you want to circulate?
My lords, according to my instruction,
Yes.
there's been no circulation. But from 20 onwards,
Yes,
post
sir.
this B report is what has happened.
Then, my lord, there is one judgment.
It's all right. Kodi judgment.
20 to 26.
Nazima madam.
Probably, my lords, even the protest, we could have taken it forward if we wanted it to. But here we thought, my lords, with that it is over till this defamation starts off.
No, sir. Unless you take steps, it will haunt you.
So many litigations
Yes,
between
yes.
the parties.
Lord, the first judgment is directly on the point, my lords.
Hmm.
Your lordship may please see, my lords, para 5.
Hmm.
Similar circumstances, a complaint is filed before the police in para 5. Then your lordship may please see, my lords, para 7, the investigation is closed.
Hmm.
Para 8, a private complaint comes to be filed. The same defense is taken that approaching the police cannot be the basis. The Honorable Supreme Court says exception has to be proved. Para 14 and 15 in that, on that defense as to whether at 482 stage that defense is available or avails, the Honorable Court says burden is on the person who takes the defense. Therefore, it's a matter of trial. Then, my lord, second is your lordship's decision where first,
Ishwarappa.
please, my lords, first time cost madi, second time it was ordered to be tried. Thereafter, my lord, series of decisions, in each one of them they say if the reliance is on an exception, then the burdens on the person, it is a triable matter. In this case, after I have filed a suit, ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷದ ಹಿಂದಿನ allegation.
Exception is a matter of trials.
Alla, my lords, 2023, the last of the judgments which
No
my
problem.
lords has.
That
Please
I'll-
notice
I'll
that.
consider.
That is where my lords, High Court did not interfere. Supreme Court said, no, he after all instituted a complaint. What's wrong with that? So he would come under good faith. And that's the reason Supreme Court intervenes. And please notice in that case, my lords, 8 years delay in the High Court dismisses the 482. Matter goes to the Supreme Court. They said institution of a complaint, you cannot have them. And in a case of our nature, my lords, with 3 NCRs between the parties, a suit between the parties,
We'll see. Yes. Heard.
and they're practicing lawyers, my lords, before this court, hoping for quietus in the whole. I wouldn't see.
From
Want to
my-
settle
Anything.
it, settle it. I'll have reserved it. You
Please,
want-
I'll
want
make
to
that.
Settle it, settle it. Yes. Practicing lawyers. But
Practicing lawyers, my lords. And we were under
So-
the impression all this would be over. Otherwise, my lords, after
Yeah,
that
you are
protest,
practicing
if that
lawyers and-
protest was
No,
rejected,
no, it's all right. You're practicing lawyers and didn't know that you should challenge it.
my lords, we were hoping
will
for
haunt you.
quietus, my lords.
Precisely because of that.
Quietus,
they did it.
that is what, my lords, we
Precisely
were,
because of that, they thought they can.
my
do it.
lords, no, you started everything. You started giving the complaints.
Already you're
NCS
submit-
was done at your instance.
You're still at 73, 74
Yes, my lords, the neighbor.
in still waters.
Still what
Then
is-
why this ripple effect?
No,
of the
it's
water?
ripple.
Yes.
It's not as still as it seems. my lords.
At serial number 97, my lords, there is a 2024 decision of the Honorable Supreme Court which upholds the same principle.
No, see, if you come on exception, it is always a matter of trial.
That's the reason, my lords.
If
it's
you
going
want,
to be,
if you want exception 8 to be pressed in, it's a matter of trial.
no, my lords, if my lords would also consider the fact, my lords, in that case, it is
Otherwise,
similar.
if he is prepared to settle it, you settle it. No
With
problem.
so many litigations intersect
ಆಯ್ತು, ಇದು
between
ಒಂದು
the
litigation
parties.
close
my
ಮಾಡಿ.
lords.
Give a quiet.
ಅಲ್ಲ ನಂದು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು
ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಸರ್. Neighbors.
ನಂದು ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್
Your neighbors.
ಹೌದು my lords, once my
Got
protest
reported
was,
in
my lords,
Prajavani.
once
It
my
got
protest is
reported in
rejected,
Prajavani.
my case is over,
All
it's
right,
closed.
yeah, instead of arguing, go use your good office to get it settled. Yes, Manu.
Please, my lords, I'll
Yes,
make that.
explore the possibilities of a settlement.
Please.
Came
And
in
ನಾವು
Prajavani.
advocate settle ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ.
Yeah.
Yes.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಸೆಟಲ್ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಇಂದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೆಟಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಸ್ಟ್ has been
ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ಪೆಡ್ litigation settlement
ಅದೇ ಅವರು they must be gracious enough, my lords, for peace of mind
That
that
is
the
what
whole
I'm
thing
telling.
happens.
they will.
Please, I'll make that.
No, my lords, no, they filed a suit for civil defamation also.
Everything will get closed.
I'll make that.
Sit across, everything will get closed. I'll post it on 9th for further hearing. Heard the learned senior counsel so and so. ನಾ ಏನು ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, but
ಆಯ್ತು.
Please.
yes, list on 9th for further hearing.
Great.
Manu, close it. Your
ನಾ-
neighbors.
ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
You also.
Interim order can be.
Interim order will continue to the next date of hearing.
Public.
Yes.
Great.
Still waters, everything should be still. It should be placid, not ripples. Yes,
Water, my lords. What is it?
that's all right. Yes.
Petitioner, needful has done, your lords.
Huh?
Needful has done.
Needful ಏನು?
Process ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ.
Oh, needful. Learned counsel, needful has been done after vacation. List after vacation. Yes, office to verify. Next.
9.
For the response.
Yes, sir.